joint venture agreement. In view of its findings, the COA instructed the DENR to conduct an in-depth investigation. Hence, the DENR created a composite team to conduct an investigation and submitted its findings in 2016, which recommended that the joint venture agreement, in consonance with the 2002 supplemental agreement and the 2006 amendment, should no longer be renewed because of the following reasons. Number one, non-completion of the stipulated project within the initial 5-year period. Second, construction of various facilities without necessary permits and clearances. Third, denying authorized DENR representatives access over the site. And fourth, imposition of fees not in accordance with the Masungirak Ecotourism Plan and other relevant laws and regulations. Despite these reports, and also considering that there was another agreement entered into, now with Masungi J-Reserve Foundation Incorporated, which has interlocking directors and officials with Blue Star Construction and Development Corporation, this prompted another investigation. And the DENR Special Committee submitted a report in 2020. So on the findings regarding the 2002 supplemental agreement, the Special Committee found, among others, that number one, again, there is no presidential proclamation that provides for the development of housing units in Lot 10. Second, there is no basis for the development of additional 300 hectares of land and for the construction of an additional 5,000 housing units. Third, Presidential Proclamation 1158 of 2006 reserved Lot 10 only as sites for the new Bilibid Prison and the DENR Region 4 Calabarzon Field Office. And fourth, the proposed construction of additional 5,000 housing units in Lot 10 did not go through the regular procurement bidding process. Following those investigations and careful evaluation, the DENR canceled the 2002 supplemental agreement with Blue Star Construction and Development Corporation for the following grounds. We found some legal defects. Number one, no presidential proclamation that provides for the development of housing units. Second, proposed construction of additional 5,000 housing units in Lot 10 did not go through the regular procurement or bidding process. Third, there is no basis for a grant of additional 300 hectares of land and construction of an additional 5,000 housing units since there was no substantial performance of obligations under the 1997 joint venture agreement. On the violation of specific provisions of the 2002 supplemental agreement, the following findings were included in the report. Number one, non-completion of the stipulated project within the initial 5-year period. Second, construction of various facilities without necessary permits and clearances. Third, denying authorized DENR representatives access over the site. Fourth, imposition of fees not in accordance with E-NIPAS Act and corresponding rules and regulations. Mr. Chair, the next slide would show the maps, the map showing the relative positions of the different subject areas of the agreements.
Asek, isang round lang, can you, since you're showing the map, can you, so gaano kalaki yung total area na pinag-uusapan?
For the 2002 supplemental agreement, we're talking about 300 hectares.
Okay, then yung 1997
then
is
the
130.
blue one is the joint venture agreement, 130 hectares.
And then the MOA is?
2,700 hectares.
And where can you build supposedly dun sa lahat na yan?
In the...
sa 130 and sa 300?
Supposedly in those areas.
Yung housing?
Yes.
Okay. And then sa 27, it's to conserve?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Chair. Yeah,
want
that's the end of the presentation, Mr. Chair.
Ma'am, may I ask what the definition is of perpetual land trust? So is that a legal term or may definition ang... I understand that was signed before your time, but just for before I give the Blue Star the floor, anong nabanggit dun sa presentation kanina na meron perpetual land trust dun sa 2,700 ba yan?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So what does that mean? That means
Yeah.
forever. Kasi alam ko yung perpetual trust, but I haven't heard of perpetual land trust.
Mr. Chair, we conducted the legal research in our jurisdiction, but we found no reference on that particular
So is there any
land
other,
trust.
under DNR, is there any other contract that gives perpetual land trust?
None, Mr.
No,
Chair.
so this is the first. No, I'm not judging it muna. It could be good, it could not be good. But
Yeah.
so as per your knowledge, kasi hindi natin alam. But,
Yes, Mr. Chair. Under the Constitution, we follow that provision of Article 12, Section 2, which provides for the period of 25 years, renewable for another 25 years. And it was cleared.
Kung alienable and disposable, hindi. Even if hindi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those classified as forest land, national parks.
You still follow?
Yes,
Oo.
yes.
Sige, kasi let's go back to that before we end. Not necessarily today, di ba? Let's lay it out so that, as you said, ma'am, may nagmo-monitor internationally, locally. I'm conscious din lang kasi ng context at hindsight, di ba? I mean, I grew up in BF Parañaque. Asinan pa talaga lahat ng katabi ng ng airport noon. Likod ng bahay namin, panay puno ng arateris, ipil-ipil. That was BF subdivision already. Taguig was, as far as you can see, vacant land. So, di ba, ang hirap i-judge yung mga proclamations at saka yung mga agreements 30, 40 years ago when it's a different situation. Having said that, one of my questions, I'll say it now, but go ahead, is that kung conservation, bakit may housing? But again, baka nga 30 years ago, it was different. Kasi ngayon, alam natin, pag nag-housing ka, it will creep into development. So, hindi mo na mako-conserve talaga yung area. No? But in the contract, nakalagay doon kung anong definition ng, or it's just plain meaning forever, naka-entrust yung lupa.
Yes, Mr. Chair, it was not defined in the 2017 MOA.
Okay. And then anong kapalit nun? So I understand yung kapalit ng giving the land is yung housing, etc. Pero kung perpetual land trust, is there, ang kapalit lang to conserve or may rent or may share or anong provisions nun?
The agreement was something to the effect of the operation of a geotourism program.
Sige. But can we all, I asked my staff to do the same thing and let's comb through that contract. Kasi,
Yes.
di ba, that's basic sa contract law, di ba, na anong consideration, anong object ng contract and everything. So, sir, ma'am, sino pong gustong mag-brief naman and then mamaya I have questions about the COA report, but if you have comments there, please feel free to say it.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Unang-una, maraming salamat po sa imbitasyon at nagkaroon po tayo ng isang pagkakataon na marinig po yung panig ng Blue Star at ng Foundation. So, maraming salamat po dito. At gusto ko lang po unang mag-respond sa mga sinabi ng ating Secretary. Unang-una, we believe our work is consistent with the E-NIPAS law and the spirit and the objectives of the E-NIPAS law. In the terms of the E-NIPAS law, it says that the law must be interpreted liberally in favor of conservation. Kaya naman po inilathala ang mga batas na ito ay para maprotektahan ang mga nanganganib nating mga gubat. At ito mismo ang ginagawa ng Masungi at ng Blue Star. We uphold and protect and promote the E-NIPAS law, not only in Masungi, but across all protected areas in the Philippines, where we have become a big voice in terms of environmental protection. We believe that SAPA is not the only mechanism for the private sector or NGOs to participate in the endeavor of restoration and environmental protection.
Ma'am, just clarification. When you say we, that's Blue Star Construction or is it the foundation?
For this opening statement, I'm speaking for both, Mr.
For both,
Chair.
okay.
Yes.
No, what I meant is when you say na nationally, we become a voice for that. So both Blue Star Construction and Masungi Geo Reserve Foundation are into protecting.
Yes, very much
Yeah, just for the record
connected.
lang, para lang. So you're speaking for both in this statement.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair.
Sorry
Thank
to interrupt. Yeah.
Now, the DNR has unilaterally canceled a 2002 supplemental joint venture agreement that paved the way for this model.